What's up? What's up? What's up, good people? Polo Sports Talking ENT and also Polo Sports News Plus coming at y'all again with another one. Hit that like and hit that sub after the video. You're welcome to comment as well, and be sure y'all hitting your notifications too, so you're able to get each and every one of my videos, man. And I want to thank all of my subs for pulling up in the previous live, and I also want to thank my subs that pulled up last night for the game. Okay, that was, it was my first time calling the finals game, and I didn't know, how it was going to play out, but nevertheless, we did it, man. I guess what threw me for a loop was the fact that Giannis had played, being that he was a game time decision. I was really shocked. Was I disappointed? Yeah, I was. I was disappointed, but Giannis played okay, and got to give it. A matter of fact, nah, you know what? He played better than okay. He had a real good game considering what had happened. In terms of the knee situation, but we'll get to that in just a few minutes though. But before I begin this video, man, I got to give a shout out to two people. Okay, I want to give first to Hitman X. Okay, um, if you haven't subbed to his channel, definitely sub to his channel. Always bringing really dope content, and on top of that, he is a Phoenix Suns, like a diehard Phoenix Suns fan. And not only is he a fan, he's real knowledgeable of the organization, both on the court and in the front office as well. So definitely sub to his channel. And also, I got to give a shout out to Two Raw, Two Raw for TV. Uh, both of them, Hitman X and as well as Two Raw for TV are both LDBC bros. And the thing about it is that Two Raw for TV, he's with the Milwaukee Bucks. He likes the Milwaukee Bucks, or at least watches them. But definitely subscribe to Two Raw for TV's channel if you haven't subbed to him. He's a basketball savant, a historian, and also is really great. Has really great knowledge in terms of basketball from over a full round and everything. So shout out to him, man. Now, reason why I say that, man, is because Hitman X, when he mentioned the Phoenix Suns, he had been saying something that I've been saying about pretty much all of the the league right now, and where it's going and stuff. And I've always told you, if you listen to any of my videos and you go back and listen to any of my streams, I always say that it always comes down to the pick and roll. It always comes down to the pick and roll. The NBA's bread and butter is the pick and roll, or the pick and pop too. We can't just call it pick and roll. It's a pick and pop too. This game yesterday was won uh, because of the fact that there just was no answer for the pick and roll, and on top of that, they Monty Williams was brilliant in bringing, exposing the weaknesses. Okay. Now, the biggest weakness, and it was obvious too as well, was Brooke Lopez. We know Brooke Lopez, as as much as we want to give him props for putting up 17 points and everything like that, we know that defensively he had no business out there trying to guard the likes of either a Devin Booker, or especially not a Chris Paul. Even though Chris Paul is up in age, he still is going to do damage. this game was won basically hands down by Monty Williams because I told people, I told everybody, I said, look, Monty Williams is head and shoulders above all these coaches when it comes to making adjustments, and it just comes right back. It comes right back down to the simple fundamentals of basketball. And one of the first things that you learn in basketball is the pick and roll, and of course the pick and pop. They were doing that all night long. Pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll. And when they thought they had it, figured out, they were able to do a counter. They were able to do a counter. As much as we want to give, Chris Paul his credit, for what he was doing, which he had 32 points. Want to give, Devin Booker had a great game and everything. We have to understand that the Achilles heel for the uh, for the Milwaukee Bucks was DeAndre Ayton. I told everybody DeAndre Ayton is going to be a problem in this game. Now, could he have defended Giannis just a tad bit better? Yes, because he didn't have any blocks. However, he had 19 rebounds, and it put him up there with the likes of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for a playoff game. Okay, but either way, they could not stop the pick and roll at all. They had problems with it the whole entire time. Listen, in in basketball, what you have to understand is that a pick and roll and pick and pop communication is very, very, very extremely important. And then with the defending, as I let excuse me, as I let S Young go ahead and speak in just a few minutes, defending the pick and roll is just as important. If you know how to defend a pick and roll, you could disrupt the offense just like that, and then not only um, disrupt your offense, it'll demoralize the players because they're like, dang, I don't have anything else, especially when you don't have a lot of players that are not talented. However, Phoenix does not fall in that category because they were clicking on all cylinders. Everybody that was on the team had pluses, including the people that didn't even play that much. Now, when Kaminsky got hurt, that was an adjustment. Everybody thought that, oh wow, what's going to happen? Monty Williams was able to make that adjustment, and it still came down to the pick and roll. Y'all have to realize this is not nothing new. This isn't anything new. If you look up on the thumbnail on the picture, everybody knows that Chris Paul played with Monty in New Orleans. And what did they do in New Orleans? Remember when they had Tyson Chandler? Remember when they had David West? Hello, pick and roll, pick and pop. It's bread and butter. The pick and roll is one of he won it by simple basketball yesterday. Monty Williams. He didn't need to do anything fancy. They were clicking it on all cylinders. However, there were a couple of questions. There were a couple of calls that the refs did miss. Got to give Raw his credit because he noticed that as well as I did when I was calling the game yesterday. There were a couple of fouls, but nevertheless, you cannot play for the refs. You have to continue to play because this is for the marbles, and nobody's gonna make any type of excuses right now. Um, I'm gonna let Ed Young go in just a second. I'm gonna say this one last thing too. Okay, Budenholzer, you know, as much as people, trash him and all this other stuff, look, you already know my feelings about Budenholzer, okay? You know, do I think he's the best of coaches? No, I don't. Okay. Is he like at the bottom of the barrel type of coach and all that other stuff? Nah, he's not. You know what I'm saying? But he certainly I let Young go. I'm gonna let him cook for you. Young, what do you have on the game, man? What did you think about that last night?
Hello, Paulo.
Young, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying, what do you have on last night's game, man?
Uh. mm, to me, the game. Definitely. Seeing it was at first second quarter. For Phoenix, they shot too many threes. But Book, he still driving and make layups. And for the Bucks, Prize, Giannis, he still even though he was hurt, even though he's injured, he's still able to pull some strings a little bit in the early first quarter. And they also took too many threes. Feel like they should attack the basket, trade too much threes. And the second half of the quarter for me was Devin Booker, using them screens, using the pick and rolls to give rolls for shooting, and also for Chris Paul as well, and DeAndre Ayton, who always use screens and go for the alley dunks and layups. You know that's a good thing. That's a good thing. If Muncie, definitely give my dabs up for Muncie Williams because he knows how to deal with players like Paul, Devin, and DeAndre, and also guys like Cameron Payne, he did his thing, and Cam Johnson, them guys. They was really ready. They was really ready in game one. So.
Oh, Young, can you hear me? I think Young might have. I think Young might have fell off. I might have been talking the whole time and didn't even know. Um, I apologize about that, y'all. about that. Sorry about the delay. Um, but yeah, it just comes down to pick and roll. Monty Williams proved last night that it whatever you do, it really comes down to basic basketball. The pick and roll is something that that will never it will never be disintegrated in basketball. You know. And last night, as I was saying, I hope Young comes back in. But last night, man, was it was a tremendous display of coaching by Monty Williams. Uh, he showed that X's and O's, the basic X's and O's, still exist. And then on top of that, every adjustment that was needed to be made, or that they any type of thing that they tried to throw at the Phoenix Suns, he was able to counter that. And I just thought it was a brilliant coaching job by Monty Williams. You got to give this guy credit for for what he was doing. I think another thing that stood out to me was the fact that on the opposite end, we want to sit up here and everybody wants to be like, oh yeah, Giannis, man, he played and everything like that. Look here, man. I'm not pleased by that. Okay, I'm not pleased by it. I didn't want it to happen, but what can we do about it? Okay, because last night when he went up for that block and got that nice block and everything, you had to brace yourself. But then there was a couple of plays when he went down the court and he was sprinting and jumping and everything, and you had to be like, wow. Uh, Giannis, him putting up 20 and 17, and Chris Middleton putting up 29 and 7. That doesn't really tell the whole game. Okay. Uh, Neither does the 17 that Lopez put up. Because if you if if you look at the free throw percentage, they were terrible at the line. They only shot 56.3% as a team, and on top of that, they didn't do too well. They didn't do too well taking care of the ball either. Okay, they they had 13 turnovers. Okay, and they were just getting the ball. Phoenix played scrappy. They actually played scrappy. Uh, Phoenix was in their face. They were defending them. Everything that they tried to do, they, like I said, Phoenix had a counter for, and it came down to the pick and roll. I must state again. They outshot them at the free throw line in Phoenix. Phoenix had shot 96% from the line. Now as far as 3 point was concerned, they only shot 32%. But the thing about it is that they didn't really need to shoot the 3 point that much, because they were they were spot on the pick and roll, and then not only that, a lot of those shots were open in the mid range, especially when you talk about D Book, and you talk about CP3. But like I said, and like I told Goat, and like Hitman mentioned one time too. It comes down to the pick and roll. How are they going to defend it? Monty Williams and CP3, they understand each other. They both played that position. I know Monty Williams, he played uh, different various positions on the floor or whatnot, but he understands the game. He understands his personnel. He understands what he has to work with. More importantly, he knows how to break down a team. While Monty Williams is out here playing chess, everybody else is playing checkers. While everybody else is out here playing goldfish, get what he playing? He playing poker. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. They have a pretty much a three-headed monster when you talk about Chris Paul, D Book, and DeAndre Ayton. And this is another scary thing. Chris Paul is only getting better with age. He's only getting better with age. Now he did twist his ankle last night. He twisted his ankle last night. That was a scare. I had to let my guy Hitman know because he was like he was kind of shocked that he did. I was like, oh no, but he nevertheless he still got back up and he still played. But it's just like, man, every time, man, he's always going down, and you have to brace yourself. Salute, think tank. I see you in the building, man. But really, man, like I said, it comes down. It comes down to the pick and roll. It really comes down to the pick and roll. That's one of the most basic. That's one of the most basic aspects of basketball that you can learn. My son and my daughter, as I let Hitman go ahead and take this over, my son and my daughter could do a pick and roll. Uh, and they could defend it too. A lot of people they overthink and they overplay a pick and roll. You know that's one of the things that we had to learn when when I played. Not to go back, back in time or nothing like that, but when I played, we did not touch the ball for 2 weeks. The coaches had the ball and they only used the ball just as a drill for an example. And one of the things that we had to learn was how to defend to properly defend the pick and roll. And this was at the semi pro level, man. Because some people cannot they don't know how to defend it. And last night, if you know how to execute it right, there's nobody that's not going to be able to stop it. And more importantly too, they are going to swagger jack. They are going to swagger jack. I think Hit had already talked about this. It was Hit and somebody else had talked about this. They're going to swagger jack from the Phoenix Suns because this is the copycat league. This is a copycat league, and so all these teams you're going to try to go and try to copy their module and model and what they have presented, and they're going to be just constantly trying to emulate it and everything. Even if I knock on wood, for Hitman X, what I'm saying, even if they lose, they're still gonna try to emulate it. They're still gonna try to do what they're doing because it was slept on in the beginning. It was slept on in the beginning, but now that they found a recipe for success, they're gonna try to utilize that. And it's really not no big ass recipe. How hit it's this is just
Yeah,
this is common sense, nigga.
right,
Like me
right,
me and hit could go play 2-on-2 right now, and we'll win just off of pick and roll, pick and pop, pick and roll, pick and pop. That's it. Go ahead, hit man. You got the flow.
right, right. And salute to you, homie. That's a great point, man. And said, man, it's not more about the pick and roll they're gonna copycat. It's about the versatility on defense, on how you defend it, man. I look at guys like I said in my video. I look at guys like I think his name Evan Mobley, right? The guy from USC. I look at him as the new norm for bigs. Like guys like him who can defend every position and do something are going to be the guys that the NBA are looking for. So, like I said, people, include myself, having a hard time um, coming into the playoffs. And I got to eat crow on that one because DeAndre Ayton's been the most important player on our team, not only offensively, but defensively. And that's why I said, like, the Phoenix Suns are one of the teams that can guard the pick and roll because whenever you get us in switch situations, there's really no mismatches on this team. We have a team full of two-way players, and we have a big that can go small. We can play, if we go small, we're not really going small because DA can guard pretty much every position. He's not a liability on the defensive end, similar to an AD. I think I heard you say he has a higher ceiling than AD or something like that. He has more potential than AD. I could kind of see that. Like when I first heard you say that, I'm like, I don't know. But when you think about it, it's like that's actually true because DA's bigger than AD. He's not even filled into his body yet, and he can pretty much do what AD does on the defensive end. Right? He's not as skilled as he is offensively, but defensively, I see exactly what you're talking about. And if he does fill into his body and do what he's supposed to do, the sky's the limit for DA. So, like I said, man, it's going to be an interesting series to see how the Milwaukee Bucks adjust to that pick and roll. I seen them switch Giannis to the five, and they had marginal success with that for a minute until we started going at guys like Pat Connaughton and Brent Forbes. So it's always going to be
Hey,
a mismatch on the court.
and hit man, I'm glad you brought that up. Shout out to Two Raw for TV, man. He brought that up too because he watches the Milwaukee Bucks, and Two Raw has said exactly what you had said. Why didn't they do? They should have been doing that the whole entire time because, of course, he was going to be more mobile. But I think they didn't want to put too much pressure on Giannis, right at the gate. But Giannis, man, you see Giannis, man, skying over motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I
Trying
mean,
to block shots.
that's Giannis. He's going to do that. But even if they put him at the five, you got to think about it. It's still going to always be a mismatch on the floor. There's always going to be a guy like Pat Connaughton or what's the other guy named Bobby Portis or
Bobby
Brent
Porter,
Forms
yeah.
on the court. It's like they can't just go to a team full of two-way
Yeah,
players.
and PJ Tucker's undersized.
Right, he's
Yeah,
undersized, and you've seen how he was getting done by DA. So it's like you're always going to have him. That's why I say the league's going to be more two-way heavy. You're going to see a lot more teams constructed like the Phoenix Suns, where you're going to always be able to switch pick and roll. You'll never be caught in a mismatch. I think the closest team I've seen like that in the playoffs was the Clippers, which is why they gave us problems even without Kawhi Leonard because they had all those two-way guards out there. So it is what it is, man. Now we're seeing a transformation in the NBA. It's kind of like when the Golden State Warriors had all those shooters around. It's like, oh,
right,
we need
right,
to get
right,
like that.
right,
We
right,
need to
right,
we need to go small ball and get a Draymond Green and stuff like that. Now
right.
we're taking it to another level. We got a bigger Draymond Green. And a bunch of two-way players out there and a bunch of shooters. Everybody's a shooter. There's nobody out there on the floor at any time that can't really shoot. Right? We got nothing but shooters on the team, and everybody can play defense. That's where
And that
that's where the NBA's headed.
and that's funny too because they outshot y'all on the 3 point, but I was just like it was pointless because yeah y'all were getting it from the mid range and then y'all were getting to the cup, so easy. That was just like a wide open space with that pick and roll. Every time I saw it hit, I was just like pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll. How can they defend it? I was thinking about, the debate you and Go Mike had and stuff like that, and I was just like, man, this is really conducive of what both of my bros was talking about. And
Remember,
the
hold
thing
on, I
about
don't
it
mean
is,
to cut you off. Remember when
mhm.
Go Mike said, "Oh no defense and blah blah blah." All this defense he was talking to the Bucks was gonna do. Now he's switching up his stance, talking about some. I told y'all, Chris Paul was gonna cook Brooke Lopez. I'm like, come on, dude. You was literally on here yelling at the top of your lungs about how it doesn't matter, pick and roll doesn't matter, and the Bucks gonna clamp. Now he on his channel doing a whole 360, man.
Well, look, I put it like this, man. Like I I think me. He said he was trolling about this. Go might say he was trolling about this, but I just told him, man. I said, yeah, as much as y'all want to. Hey, look, I like D Book. Of course, I love CP3, Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? You know who my guy is on your squad. I like Bridges. Mikael
Like in
Bridges
the
is my guy.
playoffs.
But the guy where it comes down to that has been the most consistent, the guy that, in my opinion, here, I know you said D Book is big consistent. In my
No.
opinion,
I know what you're going DA. DA has definitely been DA.
DA has been
Yeah, DA.
because this is the thing that's unique about him. Hit, I need a guy that not only because I think True the King had talked about this too. Shout out to True the King TV. He had said, what's more important, like a superstar player, or like a player that can pretty much do other things or whatever, and have more. Or I think an impactful player. Look, I need a guy, man, that could be more impactful just without scoring. If you get me 10 rebounds, I mean 10 points, and give me 20 something rebounds and give me like 6 blocks, nigga, that's just as impactful as you scoring 20 and getting 7 rebounds.
Right, especially when you're not a liability in that sense. Like you can also switch on the point guards and disrupt a lot of their sets and stuff they're trying to do. Like if you look at all the prototypical teams, like let's just say the Clippers, for instance, yeah, they had to go small because Zubac is not really good in the pick and roll. He's not good on those switches.
Right.
Same with the Lakers. Like at times you had to run AD at 5, and they did a great job at filling
You
AD
you know what?
doesn't. He's not a traditional 5, So like DeAndre Ayton is a traditional 5, and we can go to our normal lineup, and it'd be small, but we can switch everything, and we won't miss a beat. And that's why I like it the most about this team. I noticed that from the jump. From the first game of the season, I'm like, this team is going to be one of the best defensive teams in the league, and it's showing right now.
I think the reason 2 things here. I think the reason why I'm so high on Aiden, because man, you probably gonna look at me side eye when I say this, man. I doubted him in the beginning because I was like, man, this is gonna be another motherfucker coming in, because how he came in, started off a little slow and everything. I was like, man, come on, man. But then again, what I'm saying, he bounced back. He did his thing. He had the whole little drug thing or whatever. And he showed me something, especially this year. Now, another thing is too is that, man, Aiden, man, for as much as people want to sit up here and say that this guy is traditional, I'm gonna be real with you, man. Aiden is something that a lot of motherfuckers like. You remember like how they were saying that about David Robinson and everything. You know what I'm saying, about him being able to face up and stuff like that. I believe that when he gets that into his arsenal, being able to face up and do all that other stuff, man, or that shows you, man, what his impact that he has on the floor, man. And that's what I said. Everybody like, oh, Aiden is, man. They just sweep Aiden under the rug like this guy ain't nothing, man. And it just pisses me off.
Well, hold on, Polo. The thing with AD, no, not AD, but Aiden, that guy is never like really consistent with his energy, especially during the regular season. Now during the playoffs, he has been consistent, but like we try to get him involved in the offense, and he'll fumble passes and really not really going up. He's going up like a guard instead of going up like a big. And that's why I was
Uh-huh.
concerned coming into this playoffs. Like, is this guy going to really? Is he going to form out to what we need him to be? And from game 1 to now, I mean, he's been proving a lot of his wrong. So that's just like I
Right.
said. I don't fault anybody who doubted whether or not he could do it because he wasn't doing it during the regular season. But we all knew he had it in him. I feel like we all knew he had it in him. It's just about
Mm-hmm.
his effort level was it? Did he have that in him? And we seeing now in the playoffs, man. That guy, he can turn it on whenever he wants to. So shout out to that man. Got to give him. We out. Like I said, he was the #1 overall pick for a reason. So
he said
this shouldn't be
Damian
no
Jones.
surprise.
Man, you see this red pill, man. He up in here trolling, man.
He's not trolling. That's a fact. He is going to be a champion. If we win a championship, he's going to be a champion. That's a fact, bro.
Yeah, I
He's not
know,
trolling this time.
but you know what he trying. He trying.
Yeah, I know what he's doing. Yeah, I know what he's
Yeah,
doing.
hey, just like hit, just like if the Milwaukee Bucks, if they win, Ben Baker gonna be a champion.
So who? Who gonna be a
Ben
champion?
Baker.
Ben Baker. Oh man,
Yeah,
he's still on the
because
contract.
because he's one of the he's on the coaching staff.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good call. Yeah, that's a good call. Oh man.
You know, he used to play for the Bucks and everything. You know, he had the alcohol situation and all that. But
Right.
yeah,
But Ben Baker wasn't no Damian Jones though. Let's not do that. We ain't gonna put him in the same conversation as Damian Jones.
But Ben Baker, man, he was a problem when he first got into the league, though.
One of the first stretch bigs, man. One of the few stretch bigs at that time, man.
Yeah,
to
man.
actually pull it out and do something.
Yeah, him and Big Dog, because I used to like Big Dog too. You know what I'm saying? Him and Big Dog.
You talking about Glenn Robinson? Right.
Yeah, all of them, man. But listen, man, I'm gonna say this too. I know you probably got to get to work, but I'm gonna say this too, Hit, man. Listen, as far as D Book, man, I'm gonna get on D Book for a minute or whatever. CP3, we know what he can do. You know what I'm saying? I can actually see what you said. I think you said you got D Book winning the MVP, right, of the finals. Did you say you got D Book winning the MVP?
Nah, I never said that. I said it should be CP3, regardless of how D Book plays.
Oh, okay.
Just off the simple fact that CP3. Yeah, D Book got more time to win it in the finals MVP. CP3, this might be. Yeah, he on his last couple of legs, so I'm giving him that shit off GP, you know. But hey, you know, I wouldn't be mad if D Book got it. But I feel like CP3 should get that.
Okay, look, I'm gonna say this. I wouldn't be mad. Look, I like CP3 and everything, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong and stuff, but you cannot deny because I feel like, you know, everybody's sleeping on the consistency this year of a D Book, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he's been just as consistent because Mikal Bridges, like you and I recognize, man, he's been a roller coaster because I don't know if you know this, Hit, man. I really like Mikal Bridges, man. Ever since going back to college,
right, him, supposed to be in Philly, remember?
him and Brunson and all that, man. Like I was.
He was supposed to be in Philly, remember that? He was supposed to be on your team, man.
Yeah, man. And see, you want to troll some more? Hey, look, he was talking shit, and I was like, damn. Yeah, I was like, man, I can't believe this shit. But I was just like, man, it came down to, you know, basic basketball that y'all were running and stuff like that. So I don't think Budenholzer, just to be honest with you, Hit, is going to be able to adjust because, like I told people, I gave people credit. I think you saw my video too. I said the people that should be coach of the year, I put Monty Williams up in there. Monty Williams is head and shoulders above all these coaches, man, in terms of adjusting. I said that. And everybody looked at me like I was capping and I didn't know what I was talking about and all this other stuff. When you got a guy, that's why I was going to ask you too, Hit. What's the report on Kaminsky?
Kaminsky or Sarge?
No, because it was Kaminsky that went out, right?
No, Sarge went out.
It was sorry. I thought it was Frank Kaminsky that hurt his.
No. Frank Kaminsky came in the good, so
he played in his play.
He only played like 4 minutes. Yeah, Frank Kaminsky played when Sarge got hurt. Sarge, I heard he had a knee injury. Yeah. Sarge, he hurt his knee or whatever.
Yeah, Dario. Sorry. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, we won't know until tomorrow what's really going down. No, they're gonna be cryptic about it. So I'm not expecting. I'm going into the next game expecting him not to play, which is going to be a tough loss. I mean, but at the end of the day, nobody's going to cry that the Phoenix Suns are missing players. Nobody's going to use that as an excuse for us. But let somebody from the Milwaukee Bucks go down, then it's well, y'all beating the injured teams. But they want to apply that logic the other way around. So that's why I say it's next man up. I don't like Frank Kaminsky in that role, but at the same time, we got to improvise. This is what we got, So you got to work with
Right.
what you got. At the end of the day, they're going to attack Frank Kaminsky on every time he's in the game. They're going to attack him. We understand that. We may have to go small and put Torrey Craig at center. That's cool, right? We'll find a way to get it done, regardless of who's on the court. Find a way to get the job done. It's just that simple.
I
CP3 hurt
never
his wrist again, and he twisted his ankle. And he still finished that game. Found a way to get it done, and that's how champions win champions. It's just that simple. That's what champions are made from, right? That mental fortitude. That's how you get that mental makeup of being a champion. Point blank, period. Hold yourself
that,
accountable. Don't let everybody throw excuses and narratives out there to try to bail you out of holding yourself accountable.
man. That's facts right there. Now you already know, man. I gotta address this elephant in the room, man. Listen, bro, man. How do you feel about this whole? Because I never really got your full take on this hit, man. I got everybody else's take.
Polo, I can't hear you.
I got some
You're
hip
going in
hop
and
take.
out.
And what's your thoughts on this Maria Taylor, Rachel Nichols situation, man?
I think Rachel Nichols hating. I don't know. I'm not too sure if I'm ready to call her a racist, but I know I could call her a hater because that's hater shit that she's saying. So it is what it is. Is what she's saying true to an extent? Maybe. I mean, I guess you could say ESPN does play favorites, but I challenge that by saying it ain't from when the rabbit got the gun, right? If it was the other way around, or if it was somebody else, Rachel Nichols wouldn't be saying a motherfucking word. But now that it's her involved, it's dealing with her pockets. Now she has a problem with it. That's why I don't really care too much about what she's talking about, because I feel like it's a psyop. It's just something to distract us away from other issues, other things going on in the world. I'm not worrying about no catty drama at this point. It involves two females. That has nothing to do with me at the end of the day. Shout out to Maria Taylor. I feel like she deserves that spot, because she knows more about basketball than Rachel Nichols. Rachel Nichols is just a quote unquote pretty face that they put on ESPN to, get interviews. She's not really knowledgeable in the game of basketball, in my opinion. And I don't go to her show to hear her talk. I go to her show to hear guys like Scottie Pippen, Paul Pierce, whoever's on the show. I go there to hear real basketball talk. So it is what it is as far as Rachel Nichols goes.
Sure, I definitely ain't trying to hear Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen right now.
You
Him
ain't trying to
trying
hear
to sell a
right,
damn
Scotty,
bird.
right?
That's a whole nother story. But no, hey, you hit on something on key facts though. Hit. She's way more versatile than what she'll ever do. Man, Maria Taylor, like I told y'all earlier, man, she do volleyball. She do college. She do college football. Man, she do NFL. She do NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She a motherfucking Swiss Army knife out this, and she got a, like I told people, she got her own podcast and everything like that. And this is the thing that I was saying. The reason why I asked you that hit is because you got a lot of people out there, man, that try to stop. It's not. It ain't even about black and white either. You know what I'm saying? They try to stop a person in general that has that potential to potentially pass them up, or become better than them, or even more successful. And like Rachel Nichols, man, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, for her fact that she wasn't versatile. Like you said, you didn't stop by the jump or watch the jump to hear her talk. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to hear the other guys put their 25 cents in. You feel me? So my thing is this, man. Why are you gonna sit up there and you're gonna backstab, a woman that was already? You should be embracing her. You know what I'm saying? But we all know what it is, man. We already people gonna attach because she's white and she's black or whatever. People are already gonna already put that spin on there and everything. But like I told people, it's much more than about black and white. It's a competitive, nasty world regardless. You know how it is. That's why I was telling people, like, I mentioned Amazon. I bet it's like that, to a certain extent at Amazon. You see a lot of stuff like that go on. You probably know 10 times more than everybody up in there hit or whatever, and then you trying to move up, trying to get up to a level or something, but you always got that one person that's trying to throw salt on your game.
I'm glad you said that too, because especially here, we're going to just talk about Amazon. probably one of the best workers at Amazon. That can't be denied. I'm not even trying to toot my own horn. I'm just
Right, right, right.
honest. But to your point, that's a fact. Motherfuckers biting my back now. You know, that's why I'm trying to find a transfer and move the fuck around. But that goes for any workplace. You know, so
Right.
what Maria Taylor's going through is not foreign to me. My thing is how are we going to solve the problem? And if Maria Taylor really wants to get a raise, we should get behind that as opposed to getting behind what Rachel Nichols is talking about. Because in my opinion, like I said, that's a psyop. That's something to distract us from Maria Taylor getting her bag. And for the brothers out here talking about, oh, well, she's not worth $5 million. Who are you to tell her what she's worth? You know, if that sister want to go out there and get $5 million, you ain't got to pay that. You ain't got to pay the $5 million. ESPN does. And like I said, whatever you feel like you're worth, go out there and get it. I'ma always salute you. Point blank, period. I ain't gonna tell nobody they ain't worth this, they ain't worth that, because you set the standard, you set the price, you set the bargain, right? And if you can do volleyball, football, all these other sports, you got it.
My bad. My bad. Hit.
You
Every
good.
time, every time I get a call, it kicks me out. What? Hey, I was on. I know I seen you up in there too, man. I was listening to what LBZ had to say. Shout out to LBZ. Listen, man, he brought up a good point. Man, she did. The only thing she did was her damn job. Hit. Just like a lot of us, everyday working folks, like you said, you go in there, you do your job, man. People gonna try to throw salt on you, try to throw, put a knife in your back or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just for you doing your job, or just because you a little bit more intelligent than them. Like like hit, like I was saying earlier. Hey, if I'm a supervisor, right? Why am I gonna go get like six different people to do that are specialists in six different things when I'm gonna grab Hitman and he could do six different things and then some. You know what that does? That limits the amount of stuff and the amount of stress that I need to go through for getting everything. What you think they did with Maria Taylor? She's a fucking Swiss Army knife, nigga. She could probably call a fucking game too.
And Polo, that's why I said like it's not up to us to give her a price. Like I didn't even know she did all those other sports. I'm
Yeah,
just not knowing about her. Like I didn't know too
right.
much about her, and that's poor marketing on ESPN. They rather
Yeah,
market a old hag like Rachel Nichols. Look, no disrespect, it is what it is. You know, it's not that attractive to me. Point blank clear. Look, Maria Taylor's easier on the eyes. That's what I like to see. That's what I relate to. You did. So when I'm, you know what I'm saying? Let's be honest.
I was waiting on you to get to
Yeah, nigga, like, I'm
that,
trying to be. I'm gonna hit it with kitty gloves, but it is what it is. Like I got, you know what I mean, I got to call a spade a spade. I'm not trying to sit up and listen to no
yeah,
Rachel
man, come
Nichols,
on, man,
no,
bring that
no
fucking guy
motherfucking.
down,
What's that
man.
other
Let's
broad
be
on first take?
real.
What's that broad on first take, man? I ain't trying to hear her
Yeah,
ass either. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just that simple. I want to hear somebody who actually know basketball, who ain't trying to
right,
cut
right.
people off and just say retarded shit. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Let that sister go get Stephen A. Smith money if she feel like she deserved that shit. We don't know what type of work she put in behind the scenes. We don't know what
Right.
she does outside of TV. But you got people online play judge and jury. That's not how we doing it,
And they
especially
said that
not
about Carrie Champion. They
right.
said that how she was like cutting Stephen A. and cutting them off and everything like that. And at first I liked Carrie Champion, but then I heard she was doing a whole lot. I saw that she was doing a lot of buck dancing too. You know what I'm saying? And so I kind
Right,
of
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. She got our fair share of that, but
yeah,
she
I was
actually
like,
knew the sport though. She actually knew the sport, and she could get on and actually and rap with you. She could go back and forth with you. She ain't gotta
right,
overtalk you like that one chick. I forgot it, Molly Carroll, man.
Molly, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that chick, man. Just go out saying silly shit, and it's like you get ether, and instead of actually accepting that defeat, oh let's go to commercial break. Oh let's go to come on, man.
right. Nah, 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 yeah, yeah.
Come on, now you want to
She
jump in
run
the
it.
lines then, and then when you get your ass burned up, now you want to go to commercial break. Now you gotta moderate. See, you want to be the debater and the moderator. That's not how that shit works.
Yeah,
No, but we can't call that out because otherwise we're we're being misogynistic. We're not being sensitive to women issues. Women have a. But if that was true, then why are y'all playing all these games with Maria?
I can't.
If y'all care so much about women, why y'all being so hard on Maria Taylor? Why you got women like Rachel Nichols talking down on and throwing dirt on her name when it's supposed to be about women's rights? We should be wanting to see women get equality. If that's really what it's been about.
Right. And like you said, man, her resume really speaks for itself. A lot of people didn't know that she works for ESPN and the SEC network. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you, hit. They ain't no worldwide leader in sports no more. Not at all. Because I'm gonna tell you like this. I got a whole bunch of cousins and uncles that fuck with the SEC network before they fuck with ESPN, before they fuck with FS, for real. And that's a fact. They like the SEC network. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets down into the core of what's really going on behind the scene about some of those teams that are in the SEC and everything.
Hold, hold
They
on,
haven't.
hold on,
Oh, go
hold
ahead.
on. They're not the leader either. They're not the worldwide leader either. You want to know who is LDBC? Right? We're the new media. It's just
Right,
that
right,
simple.
right.
And
Exactly. Exactly. No, I would. No, I'm saying the SEC. People fuck with the SEC. I'm not saying they the worldwide leader, but I was saying like ESPN, they're no longer the worldwide leader. Like this quote unquote worldwide leader. The only reason they put in that title is because you know who owns them. Hit. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why. And they still got that stamp on them. It's sort of like when they put the stamp on the Cowboys about being America's team. You know what I'm saying? They ain't no longer America's team, you know what I'm saying? But millions is gonna still get up there and try to watch the Cowboys, you know what I'm saying, on any given goddamn day. You feel me? So I just put it like this, man. Like a lot of people, they need to go ahead, give this lady her just due, and it's Malika Andrews. A lot of people don't know this. Um, I think it was Diane Sawyer. She's attached to Diane Sawyer. So she always got Malika Andrews is always gonna have a foot in and have that extra edge and everything. But I think Malika Andrews is next to Sean too. You know what I'm saying? And see, you just said it a whole second ago. Hit. You were talking about. You said this is what you said. You said, look, I want to see something that's easier to the eye. We can sit up here and act like we don't pay attention to some of these women that are out there reporting and everything like that. But that ain't the truth. There are some guys out there that be like, oh man, who is this? Or oh man, who is that? So they are paying attention, and some of these guys like to see the interviews and the questions that these women ask. I think Hit got cut out. All right. I think both of y'all came
yeah, I
in at
got
the
I
same
got
time.
kicked out, man. When I
No,
got
no,
kicked
no.
out, I
It's
was
all
talking
good.
that real shit. I was talking
I no, no. I got you. I got you.
I was talking
Hit
that
man. No,
I
no.
was
Go
talking that
ahead.
LDBC shit, nigga. Them motherfuckers kicked me out. Like I said, we the new media,
Yeah.
we the new
Yeah.
standard. Yeah,
And
YouTube. Yeah.
JMJ just happened to come in right when you were targeting another LDBC bro. So hey,
Salute
JMJ got your
JMJ.
back, hit man. Hey,
Right,
hey,
right. That's a
JMJ
fact.
got your back, man. He came in. He said, "Nah, I can't let him do that."
Right, facts. Yeah, they try to kick me out, man. As soon as I got to talking that LDB shit, and then they go, here go my internet. My internet stopped tripping, man. I'm like, oh, come on, I was cooking too, man. I look down at my phone like, hold on, what the hell going on here, man? That's bullshit, man.
What's up,
Hey,
JMJ, man? How you feeling, bro?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. Trying to keep this alive.
salute,
Hey, did
JMJ.
you
Long
just
time
wake
no
up?
see, brother.
What's going on, fella? What's going on?
JMJ, salute, brother. OG,
Yeah,
OG
yeah.
LDBC.
That though, bro. That is some people like. Look, I'm gonna tell you this, though, bro.
What's up?
That, the thing about it is when what's it called? Monty Williams did his thing. I'm glad he doing it. You know what I'm saying? With CP3, it's like you did that New Orleans Hornets, man. You know what I'm saying? David West. Um, then they have Mecca Okafor down there.
Tyson Chandler.
Yeah, Pages
They
Siakam.
have a Mecca Okafor up there. Or that was after a Mecca
Yeah,
Okafor from
Tyson
UConn.
Chandler.
Yeah, I know that, but did they have a Mecca Okafor from UConn?
I
He
think
played
so. I
with
think
Jimmy
well, no,
Butler.
I think he was in Charlotte at that time. I'm not sure. I know Pages Siakam. Willie Green was speaking
Yeah.
big about Willie Green. Um, who else was on that team, man? I can't I can't remember, man. That team was pretty stacked though. But Monty Williams at that time was a rookie coach too. He didn't really have too much experience back then. And
But you
his
saw the prominence. You saw the
well,
potential.
yeah, but he still had a lot to learn at that time too, because he speaks on every interview like how he and Chris Paul like back then was more like a dictatorship where it was his way or the
Man,
highway.
they made it to the Western. They damn near made it to the Western Conference Finals.
But they didn't get there. They didn't get over the hump because Monty Williams Monty Williams is a humble guy, so he'll keep it honest. And he said like it was always my way or the highway, And now he approaches it as what CP. We work together. It's more of a camaraderie as opposed to a dictatorship. You see it
Uh,
on the court, like it's like everybody's eating, everybody's playing for each other. And that's the
well, Chris Paul was the same way
New
though.
Orleans.
Chris Paul was just as much as a dictator as anybody
And
else.
that's why
Chris Paul is that same way.
right, and that's why I don't feel like it worked out the way it should have worked out. Because had it been like the Monty Williams we know now and the CP3
Uh,
we know now, it probably would have went different. He probably would have won the championship in New Orleans.
well, see, he had. I think what really changed him hit in JMJ was was the the situation that happened with the accident and everything. I think he had a lot of time to reflect and do some soul searching and everything. Not to say that he wasn't a bad guy or anything like that, or that he was a bad guy or anything like that. But sometimes it takes a traumatic experience like that for you to sit back, reflect, think about life, and come back refreshed. And he came back, what I'm saying, even better now. You know what I'm saying? He came back. You saw the potential hit, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like, okay, he had to get some things, together in his young career as a rookie coach.
That's a great point because I can relate to that. When I lost my ex, I wasn't really tripping on losing her, but them
Hmm.
kids, that was kind of like a traumatic experience. But I had to go through that in order to get to the point where I am now. Like sometimes you got to go through hard times in order to really find out who you are, and that's probably to your point what happened with Monty Williams. Him losing his wife made him a stronger man and made him more patient and learn how to deal with people as opposed to like force your way and it's your way or the highway.
I just know, he was on. He of course he was the USA basketball coach, and there was a lot of guys on there that loved Monty Williams on USA basketball. They love Monty Williams, and surprisingly, this is gonna trip you out, hit and JMJ. They loved Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah, I'm not
So,
surprised by that. Mike
surprisingly,
D'Antoni, yeah, he's known as a player coach, so I'm not surprised by that. But I
yeah.
wouldn't trust Mike D'Antoni over Monty Williams. I'm not going that far at all.
Right.
And if you remember, Monty Williams was out there playing 1-on-1 with them guys. He was out there clamping LeBron James up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever seen that, man. He was out there putting the clamps on
Yeah,
LeBron James.
man. Oh, man, come on, man. Listen, man. Monty Williams,
Monty got that work, man.
he wasn't no like no superstar nothing like that, but he was a tough player, man, and he was a very intellect. He was a cerebral basketball player, man. I'm not surprised that he a coach. Plus, he like I said, Doc was grooming him. Now he's better. He's better, way better than at making adjustments than Doc is. He's already proved that.
Oh yeah,
And then,
that's not up for question, man. That's not up for question. I think the best thing that Philly did what had at that time was Monty Williams as an assistant coach. I think they got the farthest they ever got with Monty as a coach. It was one shot away from getting to the Eastern Conference Finals, you know. So, I don't feel like that shot goes down. They don't lose that. If that shot misses, they don't lose that series. So, I mean, Monty Williams was a great influence in that locker room. So we've seen the transformation as time went on with Monty Williams. So it was only a matter of time before he became a head coach, got his opportunity. And look what he did with Phoenix within 2 years. His first year, he barely missed the playoffs. His second year, he's in the NBA Finals. Come on,
Right.
man. Salute to that man. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't thank that man enough for picking up. Because remember, the Lakers was recruiting Monty Williams. He's supposed to go there. Everybody was, oh, he's going to LeBron James getting all this help and blah, 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 this. He said, you know what? Nah, I'm going to Phoenix. I see the potential in this team. You know, and the rest is history.
Right. Yeah. Hey, listen. Hey, JMJ. Nah, JMJ. What's your thoughts on it, man? I gotta get JMJ on this because I know he was still trying to talk. My bad, brother. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, my bad, JJ.
No, y'all cool, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn from, from Ticket or any others. You know what I'm saying? Don't be interrupted. You know what I'm saying? They gonna mute you just like that. You know what I'm saying? But
Nah, man, you
you
the
know,
veteran. Hey, nah, man, fuck all that, JMJ,
Pass, you
man.
the
Nah, listen,
OG,
that.
man.
Yeah, and not only your OG, man, he letting up. Look, he put his life on the line for this country, though. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead,
yeah.
man.
All right, I'm going to go
But
on mute,
I
man.
tell you this though, Monty Williams, very good coach. From what you said for New Orleans or any other um coach what he had, man. Like you said, with his mom, with his wife, and that was very sad. That was very sad. It had AD were cooking for this man. You know what I'm saying? They had others cooking for him. You know, so cook a 4 course meal or something like that. And that kind of depressed me about that how his wife was, and CP3, he's all right, but you gotta someone gonna make some answers today about the CP3 Malika Andrews um debacle. You know what I'm saying? They were doing short questions, man. I'm just disappointed in CP3, but I knew him in Wake Forest. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really disappointed in CP3. We gonna see how this goes. With CP3 next game. You know, so Devin Booker D, you got to step up, and Frank Konarski got to step up. You know, um, Kaminsky, Konarski, whatever. Sarich is hurt. I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but Cameron Payne or what's it called got to step up too. Some more. See if he can get this 2-0 lead to go to the Bradley Center and see how they do, bro. So I'm really disappointed in CP3, but in a way, you see him at Wake Forest, he gonna do that same stuff in the NBA. So hopefully he take all that distractions out and play his game. You know what I'm saying?
Cause you know him, JMJ. Cause being in North Carolina, have you met him? Or
Mm-mm.
oh,
I
okay.
just seen the games. I just seen the games where he played at Wake Forest. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I
What
just
is your thoughts on that, Hitman? You know what I'm saying? Like the whole, you know, rubbing Malika Andrews the wrong way and everything last night with CP3. I wasn't gonna touch on it right this juncture, but what do you think about that, brother?
I didn't know nothing about it. I mean, what was it, a post game interview or something?
Yeah,
one of the first
it was.
quarter, second quarter, third quarter interviews. So we will see how they go with that. So
No, he said, y'all broke up a little bit. Y'all said he in the first quarter, he did what?
it's like first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. I don't know. You know how they do with them. interviews with the coaches. Then they had the players and all that. It might be the
during
post.
the halftime and all that.
Oh, they
post
did a halftime interview with him.
it might
And
be
he said
post.
something she didn't like.
So
It's like,
this
CP3. When CP3's in the game, he's locked in. So remember, I don't know if y'all remember that one lady that was in the way. He was trying to end down the ball. He's kind of like trying to push her, but not push her really. That's how CP3 is. He's a fierce competitor. So I'm not going to cast no judgment until I really see it. And even still, like I'm not going to focus on that. You know, we got NBA Finals on the way. I'm not dealing with the other petty stuff. You know, at the end of the day, we trying to win a championship over here. I like our chances, and I said, man, that's all I care about, man. Look, JMJ, let's just call it how it is, man. This is the first time the Phoenix Suns ever been up 0-1 in a finals. This is the first time ever in franchise history. Like, I'm excited. I like our chances, you know, and that's what I'm focused on. Like, how are we going to continue this energy? How are we going to? What's the game plan for Game 2 without Dario Saric? Because Dario Saric more like he's not going to play. That's making us smaller. So can we go small with Torrey Craig and have success? Do we play Frank Kaminsky? Do we give Jalen Smith, who Polo likes a lot? Do we actually give him NBA Finals minutes, which I'm heavily opposed against? But you know, we're more likely gonna have to throw him out there.
You gotta insert him sometime.
Man, I don't know. He's gotten bigger since we drafted him. I will say that. But as far as trusting him in NBA Finals, I don't know. But I would throw him out there. I think I trust him more than Frank Kaminsky at this point. You know, I think he'll be a better viable option.
Hey, y'all trying to Frankenstein that man. Y'all trying to build that nigga up, and then next thing you know, y'all done created a monster, and then y'all didn't use that nigga, man.
I think he's gonna be a monster. He just got a couple of years to develop. He got to get a couple of years to develop, man. I see what you're talking about as far as the work ethic, because as far as like his size and how he's growing into his body from day one to now, that guy's getting to where he needs to be. He just needs to get his mind there. He got to get aggressive. It's kind of like what DA had to deal with his first couple of years. Like, you got to learn the speed. You got to get used to the speed of the NBA. And once he does, that guy will be a problem, man. I'm not sure how he's going to fit in our lineup, though, man. Like, is he going to play the 4? Is he going to be the backup center? Like, where are we going to fit him in?
He's going to be the 5, man. True. He's going to be the 5, bro.
Is he starting on a starting 5? That's what I'm saying. I feel like he should be a starter, though. So you're putting DA at the 4?
They might do a hit. And JMJ, they might fuck around and do a Twin Tower type thing.
Boy, that's going to be problems, man. Hey, no bullshit. That would be crazy, man. Because just think about the versatility, man. I see what you're talking about with him, man. He kind of got like that military.
JMJ. He come from a Navy background too.
Right.
His father was in the Navy.
That man come in and go to work, man. That's all I ask for my players. Like, I'm not for the players who go out and they're all on social media. They're all in TMZ. You know, like, that's why I ain't like when Devin Booker got with that Kardashian. But even he doesn't let that get to his head. Like, and I credit that to Monty Williams. Like, from Devin Booker from his rookie season, how he used to conduct himself in those interviews, to now, he even sounds like Monty Williams. If you listen to him carefully, he sounds like Monty Williams, the stuff he says in these interviews. It's like he's transformed this whole, and that's how James Jones drafted. It seems like that's how he's trying to build his team. Mature-minded, come in to work and do your job.
Shout out to James Jones, executive of the year.
Thanks, man. Of the century, man. For the Suns, at least, he's one of the greatest executives we had so far. We got to call it how it is, man.
Because he was with Miami. Was he doing it in Miami or Cleveland?
This is his first. No, this is his first stint. This is Polo. This is his first time being an executive.
No. I'm not. But he was in the front office. He was in the front office, either in Cleveland. I think it was in Cleveland. But he didn't. Yeah, but he didn't have the pull that he has now, though. Right. He didn't have control of the team like he does now. I think that was still Griffin, whatever. He was learning the ropes and everything.
Yeah, he was learning the ropes. So, but that guy always had high basketball IQ. Like, he knows the game. You can tell he's a student of the game.
But I'm
So
gonna ask you this, hit man. I'm gonna ask you this, hit man. I'm gonna ask you real candidly. What if Cameron Payne win a championship before Russell Westbrook does?
come on, JMJ, don't do my boy Russ. We ain't even. Come on, why you gonna do my
He
boy
said
Russ
that
like that,
last. He
man?
said that last night, man.
Oh man, you trifling, JMJ.
I'm not
I don't
trifling,
know. I don't
man.
know what to say. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that, man, because that is a fact. You know, and Cameron Payne, it's not like he just got carried to this championship. If we win a championship, he was very instrumental in us winning this championship because we don't go up 2-0 without Cameron Payne. So that's a great point, man. I'm not sure how I answer that, man. I don't feel like that's a knock on Russell Westbrook, but it is funny that Cameron Payne possibly can get a championship before Russ. But I'm gonna counter that question with this: how do you feel about Dario Saric getting to the finals before the process, man?
Yeah.
Remember, he
That's
was
true.
part of the process, man. He got to the finals
Uh huh.
with Phoenix
Uh huh.
before he got to the finals with the process. So
Yeah. Yeah. That was
that's all.
always a wonder. That'd be
That's
crazy
also a
wonder.
jab. That's also a jab at Polo, man. Polo didn't pick up on it though.
Nah. I picked it up, but hey, listen. You can say the process, but it's the process of elimination, and we need to eliminate all the motherfuckers that we got on our team. Nigga,
Well,
trust me,
y'all
I'm listening,
eliminated
man.
Dargo. That's the point,
I'm
man. Y'all
listening, nigga.
eliminated him, man.
Like you said, I gotta put, here, I gotta put my moderator hat on sometimes. But you know, when I need to put my
Okay.
debate hat on, I get on that shit. But I know it, man. Hey, you
I'm
got
making sure
bragging
you
rights.
sharp, man. I'm making sure you
Hey,
on
you know
point
what?
with you.
Hey, Hitman. Hey, you know what, JMJ? Hey, JMJ. I don't know if you heard. Was it in the summertime hit last year? Man, listen.
Yeah,
Hey, everybody was trying to go at Hitman. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, I
look,
know. I know. I
like,
know. I'll be in the
yeah,
chat with
man,
the hit man.
like cooking like 3, 4 niggas at a time and shit. And listen, I'm like, now this nigga got all the bragging right, nigga. Hey, nigga. I go on like 8, 9 different panels, being like,
Uh huh.
look, who want it,
But Polo, like at the end
nigga,
of the day, like I get what you're saying,
for
but
real, man.
we still got a job to finish, and people took the fun away from it. Like I want to do that, but if I do that, then they're gonna come with the excuses. They're gonna come with the injury excuses. We're fake champions. Blah 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 blah. It's like
Yeah,
okay, even if that's true, the injuries playing a factor. Not only did we deal with our own injuries, but y'all also told me the Phoenix Suns were inexperienced and wouldn't be able to handle the pressure of the playoffs. Well, from game one, when everybody was hurt, I mean healthy, the Phoenix Suns came out there and punched the Lakers in their mouth. And not only
Yeah.
that, CP3 got hurt, and we still found a way to win that game with
Yeah.
all that pressure of the playoffs, no experience. So that narrative got kicked out the window. So y'all should have knew by then that the Phoenix Suns were ready for this moment. They really wanted it. And if you listen to every post game interview from the regular season, from game one of the regular season to now, they kept that same energy, championship expectations. And that's why I've always, from day one, said that we can win a championship because I know what this team is about and I know what they're playing for. They're not playing for contracts. They're not playing for stats. You know, they're not playing for individual success. They're playing for team success. And that's how champions are bred. Point blank period, man.
and by
Yeah.
that,
So
Also,
I ain't
that for
and
legacy. For legacy too. For
facts,
legacy at the
facts.
same. For legacy too,
Right.
man.
by that logic, Hitman. See, a lot of people can't even just come with that little bullshit logic talking about hurt this and injury that and all this other stuff. JMJ, you know why? Because everybody and their mama was hurt this year, so there ain't no motherfucking excuses. I don't give a fuck if it was just one, like a role player and a superstar. Everybody else had injuries on their team, so if they're gonna sit up there and they're gonna say, okay, well, yeah, you just made it that championship because like you said, they always gonna come with an excuse no matter what. When the Lakers won a championship last year, what did they say? Oh, bubble ring, or Mickey Mouse, or Donald Duck, or Goofy, or whatever, Chip and Dale, whatever the fuck it was. You know what I'm saying? And then this year, oh yeah, well, everybody was hurt and all this other stuff. Wait a minute. They got 2 people. They had matter of fact 3 people, different people that was hurt. They still got out there and they still played. So there ain't no motherfucking excuses.
Yeah, but other than that, man, you know what I'm saying? I think they full squad. You know, you got Giannis Giannis playing uh, cur- courageously with the bum knee. You know what I'm saying? You know, you still have the other brothers to step up. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton act like he the star, like RJ Barrett with Zion Williamson at Duke. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Middleton st- um step back a little bit and let Giannis step up, man. You know what I'm saying? He try to get that knee warmed up and all that stuff, man. Not trying to play you the star, but the main star is doggone Giannis Antetokounmpo. You know, you got Drew Holiday. Yeah, I seen the stats. I ain't see the stats like that, but on NBA TV, and I see Giannis. I only saw um the the three scores was there was Giannis. No, excuse me. It was Middleton, then Giannis, then Brooke Lopez, and Brooke Lopez didn't get it together. And like Ticket said, man, you need you was on no man's land over there, getting cooked by Book Booker D
And
and
CP3.
CP3. That's what I'm saying. I was about to say that Booker D. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Booker D. Call him that because Booker T.
JMJ, I don't mean to cut in, OG. You bring up a really good point too, and this question is for both of y'all too. I'm gonna start with you, JMJ. Is it me, or are they mirroring what LA Clippers did to expose Rudy Gobert and using that tactic? I'll start with you, JMJ.
It probably did, bro. You know what I'm saying? Reggie Jackson. I don't know if Reggie Jackson or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since I see that game. You know what I'm saying? But the Jazz was exposed because of no Mike Conley Jr. too, and Mike Conley Jr. didn't play a couple of games either. You know what I'm saying? And then Donovan Mitchell had to take the part of that. You know, and then you have Rudy Gobert try to do his thing, but that unfortunately they lost. You know, in what 5 6 games, 5 or 6 games. And so other than that, man, we go see how the Jazz and Clippers do next year. And others, man. Next year in the Western Conference and some in the Eastern Conference too. So other than that, man, we gonna see how this thing goes, man. We gonna see how this thing goes, brother.
What about you here? What about you in that regard? I'm not saying it was quite like it, but do you see that they kind of trying to mirror that because we know that Brooke Lopez is he's not the full inside presence of what he used to be like when he was in Brooklyn and all that. But do you see them kind of mirroring like having them out on the island and then just having their way?
Well, that for me, that question's for me.
Yeah, it's you. It's
Oh,
on you,
okay.
bro.
I ain't cut out. Yeah, I stepped outside. But
No, it's all good.
so the question was, do I see the what the
Okay, you
Clippers
remember
did? Like
you
you asked me.
you yeah, you remember when they pretty much exposed Rudy Gobert, even though he had got exposed earlier in the year already. But when they really did it and they really put it up under a magnifying glass and everything and did it in the playoffs, do you see that they're trying to mirror what the Clippers did to the Jazz by putting Brooke Lopez out on the island and having their
Nah,
way?
because I don't think we're marrying them because this is what we've always done. I'm not trying to be like cocky or arrogant, but if you go back you can even go back to the Lakers series when we was isolating Marcus Gasol, and then you could go to the Nuggets series when we put Jokic in the island. That goes back to my point about DA being a versatile big, and that's where the NBA is headed towards. Like if your center is a liability on the defensive end, be on the lookout and expect a lot of pick and roll switches, and you're getting torched in it, and eventually you're gonna have to sit that player down in order to actually match up. It's the reason why the Clippers went small to try to negate that away. It's the reason why the Bucks are putting Giannis at center. it's the way that the NBA's headed, you know. So that's how I feel about that. You know, they don't have the personnel to really combat that, in my opinion. Like even if they throw Giannis at the center, you still have nobody to back that up. This is in all playoffs, and no team has been able to stop. Just that the Clippers.
Yeah. Yeah, what you out there doing there? Him and X cherry picking we did a cherry picking and went outside. What you do? Cherry picking forklifts and all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff?
yeah. You already know it. What you know
Yeah.
about that, JMJ?
Huh?
So
What
what
you
you know
say
about
here?
that, man?
Man, I used to work
So
at
what you know about
the cherry
can you
picking
hear me?
forklifts. Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
you already know that's exactly what I'm doing, man. I'm
Yeah,
the
that's
cherry
cool,
picker, man.
man. You know, so there you get paid, or what's it called, driver, what's it called, forklift or something like that. It
Right.
stay out of trouble, but yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You probably had to pull some orders though. You had to pull some orders a little bit, or stock them
Yeah,
up or
fact.
something like that. Yeah, yeah. So I
Yeah, we
know
do
how
all
that
that shit
is.
here, man. Right. Yeah, we do
Mm.
all that. They don't pay us like we should be paid though. But that's a story for another day, man. You know,
We
I be
gonna
trying to
see how
break the
this
bank, man.
game two.
25 at least, man. Give me at least 25, man.
Yeah, them orders, man. You got to put them in the right stock though. So I know what I say. I hear people that in on any channel, you know what I'm saying, they was on there. They had people working and all that. I was like, man, y'all cherry picking or driving forklift, put that stuff in the right stock. You know what I'm saying? So, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand it.
The shit dangerous,
Hmm.
man. People be losing doing this, man. It's not a safe job, man. If you ain't paying attention to everything, you're around here
Hmm.
bullshitting and playing around, man. You can lose your life. A couple of months ago, somebody lost I think their hand or whatever. They was playing around on
Oh
their
my
phone, man, and they
God.
ran into a barrier or whatever, messed their hand up, and they
Mm,
had to amputate their hand. Another person fell off an
yeah.
OP.
Salute to
He fell.
you,
He
man.
fell. He fell and lost his leg. So it's like you can't be playing around with these things, man.
Yeah. But other than that, man, what you think game two gonna be about? What you think game two gonna be about,
Man,
fellas?
I can tell you what I can say. It's going to be a close game. I can see them going to a heavy dose of Giannis at the 5. But we had some success with that zone defense. So they still haven't figured out our defensive scheme. So Devin Booker has to step up on the offensive end. And Jake has to two threes. I feel like we'll be able to pull this game off, man. If we can pull this game off, the game is going to be the must win because we can't let the Bucks get any type of confidence. We go up 3-0. I know I'm stepping over boundaries, but if we could go up 3-0, then that'll pretty much be a convincing win, in my opinion. And there's no way they're going to come back. So we have to make sure these next two games we're executing perfectly. Because the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis has a high motor. So he's going to come out trying to kill somebody next game. So we got to be ready for that. We have to be prepared for it, build that wall. They don't have any playmakers, in my opinion, to really combat that. So I like our chances game too.
Yeah, a couple of quarter zone shots and a stone cold Steve Austin leg brace for Giannis.
He
Yeah,
said,
man. Knock
hold
on
on,
wood.
I got to challenge what you said because you said
I
he
thought
can't.
they were going to be trying to test his knee out yesterday. Like do some more football shit.
He looked good to me.
JMJ trying to test his knee out.
Hold on. Y'all said he was hurt. He didn't look hurt to me yesterday.
Say that again. Hit. You kind of breaking up, bro.
No, I said y'all said he was hurt. He didn't look hurt to me yesterday. He didn't look like he was hurt to me.
Nah, it ain't
You
it
see
ain't
that? You
it
see
ain't
that
worse
chase
than
down block?
Sarge.
Yeah, you see that chase down
Sarge.
block he
It ain't
had,
worse
man.
than
He had that.
Sarge, though. It ain't worse
Yeah,
than
but
sorry. So
Yeah,
he
Sarge,
planned it. I saw
Giannis
that.
looked pretty good.
Oh, hurt his knee just like that, man. Trying to plant.
He out. He Sarge done for. Yeah, he's done for. Like I said, this next man is
JMJ, you can hear Hitman.
so,
Yeah, I can hear, but he's scrambling up. You know what I'm saying? So other than that,
Yeah.
Hitman. Yeah, I
yeah, I'm
understand. He had
breaking
to go
up.
to work, you know what I'm saying, Wi-Fi and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They changed the Wi-Fi to data.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
holler at y'all then, man. If I'm breaking up, I'll holler at y'all boys, so man. I appreciate y'all for letting
yeah.
me in, though.
Salute,
Nah, no
Hitman.
problem, man. Y'all be sure to subscribe to my boy Hitman X channel, man. Definitely bring good content. Part of the LDBC all day, baby. You know what I'm saying? You be safe out there, Hitman.
Salute, salute.
Salute. All right, then, fella.
JMJ,
Yes, sir.
man. Look,
Yes,
uh,
yes, sir.
I'm gonna put it to you like this, man. Uh, I think that if Milwaukee got any chance at this series, they are gonna have to stop the pick and roll, or at least neutralize it. Other than
Yeah,
that, this series is over with, man.
yeah. You
This
right
series
about
is
it.
over with.
Yeah, it took it to base of great ports too. With they had 7-8 last night. I heard him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Bucks need to get it together. Budenholzer, the coach, need to get it together about his pick and roll schemes and some other stuff, man. You can't have Brook Lopez on the island. You can't have Bobby Portis on the island. They were playing ISO with CP3. You know what I'm saying? I looked at that joint. I said that would kill them boys. I remember one time I see the play, and he went by Portis, and he looked back at him, and he hit that layup. I was like, okay. It's time.
Yeah,
It's time to play some D now. We ain't talking about no 2-3 zone by Syracuse with Jim Boeheim. You gotta play some good zone defense. You go play that 2-3 zone. You know what I'm saying? One boxing one and two boxing two, three boxing three, or whatever.
right.
They just got to get it together with the
Now,
with,
now I gotta address this with you, JMJ, man. We gotta talk about this now. Okay, now what? Okay, explain to me, because I I saw a little bit. I went back, watched the game and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And didn't quite catch it in the beginning until of course, Willis said something about it. But what was it that CP3 had done that you found disrespectful?
well, I don't know. I didn't really see that, but I gotta look at what's it called channel and see what he did with Malika Andrews. And I heard that. I said, man, I heard that early this morning. I said, man, with Ticket, you go subscribe to Ticket TV and Pro Basketball updates and all that other stuff. Ticket TV, Black Media, and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I might have to look at that joint again. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna be on his channel. You know what I'm saying? See what the hell is going on. See what the hell is
So you
going on with
didn't.
CP disrespect Malika Andrews, because he the good one to do, NBA games. But he said something about the coach that he cut short with Malika Andrews. But I'm gonna have to see that though. I gotta see
Right.
that though. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
was.
like I like to look at it. You know what I'm saying, for myself before I like speak on anything. You know what I'm saying. That's why I didn't really. I didn't really say anything. JMJ, what you got to know about me, and some people don't like this. You know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna say this: I don't jump on the train with everybody else, like just because.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that, bro. But you know. It's been one of the best ones. If it weren't for him, it's been 5 years in the making from when it comes to chicken LVGs or others, man. I just see if I see it off my own eyes on my TV, then I really understand that. You know what I'm saying? But if I didn't see it, I can listen to the other brothers. When they on the LDBC with the basketball community.
Cause,
So
cause like let's say like this, JMJ. Let's say like somebody be like, oh well, man, I don't like that nigga JMJ, da 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 da, and they say that around me, right? I'm gonna be like,
yeah,
nah, I'm cool with him. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I'm not. I said he cool with me. So
yeah,
whatever problem that you got, you know what I'm saying, you take it up with him and say it to a, face like a man. That's the type of person I am. I'm not gonna be like, oh really? Well, what did he do? No, I'm not gonna try to dig deep into it or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, hey JMJ, I heard that there was a problem. It might have taken place or something like that, man. What's up? Talk to me one on one. You know what I'm saying? But you got a lot of that stuff that goes on. They be like, oh yeah, you know what, man? I hate that nigga because of da 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 da. Or man, I can't stand that bitch because of da 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 da. And people just they be followers. And I don't know. I don't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
that's just not in my character, bro. And
I'm gonna tell you
some
this.
people don't like that about me. You know what I'm saying? And you know what, JMJ? I'm like, shit. If you don't like it, you know what I'm saying? Hate me even more, cause I'll I rather die. I rather die. You know what I'm saying? Being not liked than to sit up here and be phony.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You know what I'm saying? So I've been, you know, you sometimes in that concept, you have to listen or step back and observe and see what people doing. You know what I'm saying? From one side to the other side, there's two sides to every story. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be what's it called. I ain't trying to be no doggone hater or nothing. Then you say the other one say I'm a hater or whatever, or drunk, or drunk or something like that. But someone told me that I did this. It was just, it was just kind of depressing me when they say I'm a drunk and all that stuff. I ain't out here running the streets and doggone what's it called committing crimes because you gonna get shot off of that with police and all that stuff. I ain't out here running the streets and all that stuff, and that be pissing me off. Yeah, some people had to go to work. Some people doggone, get a check every month, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got
Right,
some people take care of their kids, and man, and get a check to take care of the kids, man. You can't you can't say nothing no more. Just shut up and listen. You know what I'm saying? Shut
right,
up and listen.
right, right,
Step
right,
back and observe. You know what I'm saying? Because then with 7, 8, and all them, all them brothers. You know what I'm saying? With the boxing community, I just sit back and listen.
yeah,
You know, you
yep.
can't. You just
Monty Brown TV.
yeah, Monty Brown. I need to go subscribe to him. Go subscribe to
Yeah,
Monty
yeah,
Brown
Monty Brown.
TV.
Yeah, because hey, JMJ, not to cut you off. Shout out to Monty Brown TV, 78 Sports, and everything boxing. Monty Brown TV. Man, he LDBC all day. You know what I'm saying? So,
Uh,
yeah, man, he man, really a good brother, really dedicated, a hard worker, and definitely knows his boxing, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, sit back and observe, man. Man, I got too many channels I can smash likes, man. Just like you with T Price and all them brothers, man. You
Uh
know
huh.
what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the what's it called. If I do for one, I'm gonna do for another. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do
Right.
for another man, because it don't make no sense that we have to what's it called struggle or get shot up at the grocery store or a Walmart store just try to load up a card or load up a Walmart card or buy you some shoes over there at Walmart or go to Foot Locker and go get you some shoes or something like that, or go get you some where weed is legal over there. They still talking about you like a dog, man. And they said, why you buy this? You can't buy no beer or nothing like that. I said, I'm over here chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm over here. Like, I ain't trying to, but what's it called? Because, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I know you did a video.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Too Raw. A shout out to Too Raw, too, with that old girl from Suzanne Douglas. I said, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, 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 yeah. What's your thoughts on man? Dog, she was young, JMJ. Like, okay, I know some of y'all motherfuckers that's listening up in here talking about, oh yeah, well she's 64, she was old, nigga. And me and JMJ, all right, nigga, that's young, nigga. Nigga, my motherfucker,
Yeah,
my grandmothers and my aunties, man, they lived until they 90s. We had a family member that reached the century mark. You know what I'm saying? That's young. Let me
yeah,
get your thoughts on that, man, because I know you watched her. You know, she was up in Parenthood. She was in Hospital,
yeah,
got her groove back. You know what I'm saying? Cosby Show,
yeah.
all of that stuff, man. Go ahead, man. You got the flow.
I said, let me tell you something though. She played on a couple of joints on the Parkers too. So I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
man, with Cherry Johnson, as her daughter, her movie, her acting daughter on the what's it called, Cherry
Parenthood.
Johnson. Yeah, but man, that was real crazy. That was real crazy. I was like, whoa. Then I seen your content. I said, man, I see Too Raw. I said, Lord have mercy. You got a few of that they make it to the big screen. Like Amelia McQueen. You know what I'm saying? He said something about that. I said, won't she the monk from Martin? Yeah, she
Yeah,
would say, I ain't mean to say it sounds stupid like that, but Amelia
right, right.
McQueen.
No, no, it's all good, man.
Yeah, but she played the monk on Martin. They said she used to play on Action Jackson with Carl Weathers and Vanity too. Amelia
Yeah,
McQueen. And she played the monk on Martin, and then she played the judge on with the Fresh Prince, and when she played the judge with Uncle Phil and Carlton and um Will
and Fresh
Smith up
Prince.
there. I know. Yeah, but what's it called? Too Raw. Y'all go subscribe to Too Raw for TV too. You know what I'm saying? Or I was like, damn, everybody get the hell away from here. I'm whew. And it was like, man, you can't. You could go back to it, man. You could go back to it back in the day, just like Betty
Hmm.
Wright. When she had her the favorite song I liked it was um Tonight's the Night, but I used to listen to when I was working at Southco in Goldsboro. They used to call it they had the cleanup woman. They said that's a side chick song. Betty Wright.
Right.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I've been trying to listen to old school joints, you know, you know. And then I said people been sampling off of this. People been sampling off of this joint about when they made videos, but RIP to Suzanne Douglas, and I was like, that was a real shocker right there. My
Right.
mouth dropped and everything. But Suzanne Douglas was a nice actor though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, it was. They don't know what the cause of what the cause of death was. At least at that time, I didn't know what it was unless somebody else got it. But you know, you know what they already gonna speculate. JMJ is that every time somebody died now, it's like, oh yeah, was it COVID or what? Oh my bad, was it the virus or was it the shot or something like that, man? And I'm like, man, some people could just have, you know, they could be sick for a while or whatever. But I if she was, man, I wouldn't have never known it because I like I said, I hadn't seen her in quite some time, and she always looked like a relatively healthy woman just from looking at her. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it was a big shock, man, that Suzanne Douglas had passed away or whatever. It just came out.
Yeah, yeah, that was a very, very bad. That was a bit. I was like, what? I was like, wow, but you know, we try to live healthy. You can't even stay healthy, but we can't even live healthy, and we die off instead of living healthy. You know what I'm saying? Natural causes or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Natural
Yeah,
causes or whatever that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? We could do them home remedies like them old folks do, man. Like the old
right.
folks do. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy, man. You know, it might well be crazy like Charles Manson with a straight jacket with an AR-15 up there.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So other than that, Polo, man, it's getting crazy out here, man. Real
yeah. It is
crazy.
getting crazy, and that's what I'm saying. We gotta make sure that you gotta make sure that you take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm. So do. So do. So do. If we don't, but I have some insurance on that.
No, no, no. Real talk, JMJ. For my fellas out there, salute to you, Raycon. For my fellas out there, make sure, man, you going to go get. I know y'all don't want to do it, but make sure you go get a colon exam. Make sure you get your prostate checked, and make sure
Mm-hmm.
you get your pancreas checked. Especially my men that's like, I don't, man, not 40 and up, nigga. Fuck that, nigga, 30 and up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't realize that what's the name, Chadwick Boseman, he died from colon cancer, and you're not supposed to get a colonoscopy and all that, an exam and all that until you like 40. I'm like, nah, I want my shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I want to check everything. I want to check my heart. I want to check my liver. I want to check my lungs. Hey, look, man, check all that stuff. Look, I know some of y'all be like, oh well, man, when it's your time, it's your time, man. Fuck that, man. Nah, you want to live a good life. You know what I'm saying? You want to live a long life, nigga, man. You still got some stuff to accomplish, even if you at the age of fucking 50 years old as what you did when you were 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I don't approach me talking about, oh, yeah, well, we are going to die anyway. Shoot, if you feel that way, man, you better get the hell away from me. I want somebody that want to live a good life. I still want to laugh. I said, man, who want to sit up in the house all day, pent up, just waiting to die? I know I don't. You know what I'm saying? And if you do, you a lying motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You better get your ass about that house. You know what I'm saying? Go, go exercise. Go take a walk. You know what I'm saying?
But I bought some
Go
dogs.
to a bar.
But I bought some dogs. Even though they boring the hell out of you. You better walk some dogs or something. You know what I'm saying? Go out of that hot sun, you know what I'm saying? When the cool weather, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Well, live healthy one. Be a vegan or something. Damn, you can't be a vegan while you die for natural causes and all that stuff, Polo. You know. But other than that, man, fella, Hitman X,
My bad,
Polo.
James. Yeah. My bad, bro. I
No,
fell out
you
for a minute.
good, man. No, that's all right, brother. You know how this Wi-Fi is. You gotta have a Spectrum Wi-Fi just to get
Yeah,
a
man.
Spectrum
I got
Wi-Fi.
that cheap ass Wi-Fi. But anyway,
Direct
yeah.
TV, AT&T type of what's it called? That's all right, bro. Shoot.
Yeah, hey, I got the jitterbug phone and shit. I got a jitterbug, nigga. Like, no, but man, like for real though, man. I be trying to preach to my brothers, man. But a lot of them, man, JMJ, they don't want to listen, man. They just think like, hey, we gonna live forever, and that's it, man. Man, nah, man, don't catch nothing because by the time you catch something, it might. end up being too late. But nah, you want to get on something when you think everything is going all right, because you might end
Yeah,
up detecting something and it might end up being too late.
yeah, yeah,
I'm just being we never want to have this type of conversation though, JMJ. We listen. We all want to think about life. You know what I'm saying? We all want to think about living and everything, but don't nobody want to think about the what ifs, or
yeah. What up?
the being prepared and stuff like that.
Yeah, what it'd be like? What if you wanna save up your money so you could go visit LVZ in with DC. You want to go see Santee Ward in Baltimore. Or what if you want to go see Ticket in Dominican Republic? You want to see Lisa Cabrera up in New Jersey. What if we want to see Polo in Texas? You know what I'm saying? What if we want to see we can watch other superstars too. We could go see what's it called? We could go see Ric Flair wrestle or something like that. Go see Sting wrestle. You want to go
Right,
see you want to see the best want to go see the best things out there, or Town Biz up in Oakland, California.
right.
Cali
Shout out to
Enigma.
Tom Biz. Yeah,
Yeah, Cali Enigma and Oakland and all that, man. You gotta sometimes, man. You gotta think about stuff that you should have did, but you shouldn't have done. You know what I'm saying? What you should have did or what you shouldn't have done. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And that's the crazy part about that, man. You know. But other than that, hit um Polo. We'll have to
Yeah,
get
nah,
ourselves
that's fact.
together.
That's facts right there, man. Yeah, you wanna try to show love, because I was talking to Ticket a while back, man, and he had all these visions. Shout out to Ticket TV. He had all these visions and all these goals and stuff. You know what I'm saying, about actually bringing people, you know, out there, and so that we could meet up and all this other stuff, which was a dope uh, vision, what I'm saying, a dope plan, because we all conversate with one another. Well, we haven't, not so much lately, because I'll be so busy. I got a lot of things cooking. What I'm saying, that's gonna be coming up for this channel and stuff like that. So I be really be busy and grinding. What I'm saying, but it's all love to everybody. What I'm saying. I really just try to grow this channel on this end and everything. But what he was saying is that you know us, getting on here chilling and chopping it up, that's all good and gravy. But it wouldn't be nothing. It would be nothing compared to being able to see each other all in person. You know what I'm saying? Us having live debates or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That would be phenomenal, to be able to meet up. Let's say because I think Lou the writer was talking about that too. Shout out to Lou the writer. Go ahead and sub to his channel too, Lou the writer sports. Lou the writer was saying that he would like, his vision also was to drive around and pull up on guys, and actually have a podcast right then and there. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, that's a phenomenal idea. So, like, these guys that we're amongst JMJ, they all have visions, they all got ideas and stuff, and a lot of these guys are real intelligent. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't
Hey,
I don't
shut
mind
up.
opening up my platform, and having guys here, so I could pick their brain. I'm gonna pick JMJ's brain, but you know why? Because there may be some things that I don't know. You know what I'm saying, that he could put me on. I'm gonna pick Hitman's brain. You know what I'm saying, because there may be some things that he could put me on that I don't know. There may be some things that I could put y'all on that y'all don't know. That's why, like, I mess with my boy James or whatever, because James and Two Raw said this. Shout out to Nola Boy Sports too. If you haven't subbed to his channel, definitely sub to my boy James' channel. Listen, he said this, man. Him and Two Raw had said this. They said, yeah, they like to, come and, chop it up with everybody and everything like that. But they said the biggest thing that they like to do is they like to learn, they like to listen, and they like to learn. And see, right there, that already tells you what type of person you are, That right there, that makes you a phenomenal person because if you could listen and you could gain knowledge and stuff like that, man, that's shoot that makes you a more well-rounded person right there than to be the person that just always talking all the time. Got to talk, got to have the last word, got to have the first word.
Hey, let me let you go there, Polo. I'm gonna be busy with something. All right, man. Salute Polo. Go subscribe to Polo Sports Talk and ENT.
Hey, hey, JMJ, man, I thank you for pulling up, man. JMJ 21, man, definitely LDBC bro for life, man. Thank you for pulling up, man. I want to thank all my subs for pulling up today. I thank Hitman X again. Go sub to his channel. Definitely bringing up a lot of dope content over there. Also, LDBC Bro as well. I want to thank my guy Think Tank, you know what I'm saying, for coming in here, showing love. Thank my guy Omega Red for coming through, showing love. And my boy Red Khan. I thank all y'all for showing love. Look, I'm going to close out with this, man. You see, man, the Phoenix Suns and uh, the Milwaukee Bucks, man. Listen, this series right now, it's up for grabs. Uh, it used it used to be where you can already tell that it was going to go 7 games. Uh, this series right now, it looks like the Phoenix Suns definitely have it in their control. Okay, and it goes back to what I stated earlier. It goes back to the pick and roll, and it goes back to just playing basic basketball where everybody thinks that they have to overthink and play complicated basketball when it's really not that. Monty Williams has definitely set the tone in the series. He set the tone all throughout this playoffs by just being able to make adjustments. And that's what he's doing. He's out coaching Budenholzer, and Budenholzer don't even know what he's quite ran into. Yes, Budenholzer has went up against Steve Nash, who don't quite have experience. Man, he's even went up against a juggernaut of a coach to some extent when you talk about Nate McMillan, you know. And then coupled with the fact that now, and then we can't forget about when because he went up against Booker, he went up against Atlanta. Now he's going up against a team right now, um, that has the personnel, and the coaching. That right there combined, you combine both of them. That's that's something that's going to be hard to handle. It used to be like, okay, they don't quite have the personnel, but they had a coaching. There's a loophole somewhere. This one, they're balanced. They're a completely balanced team, and that's why the NBA and NBA teams are going to copy what the Phoenix Suns are going to be doing. They're going to try to copy what the Milwaukee Bucks is trying to do. But either way, you're seeing a display of where the NBA is going. Look, my hat goes off to Monty Williams. Me and Hitman, we probably just parted ways just a tad because I saw potential in Monty Williams from the get go. I saw what he could do. You give him a decent point guard, you give him the personnel, a few guys that maybe, don't have a real big name for themselves, and they make their mark and they make their stamp, and guess what? They doing damage. You know, a lot of people got to understand that it's not always going to be about, oh yeah, do you have a superstar right now? It's about, okay, well, damn, who's emerging into a superstar, such as Aiden. Aiden has emerged into a superstar just with this playoffs alone. Um, he has definitely made his mark. He's came out there and he's pretty much set the tone from jump start. From jump start. From jump start. That's what he's done. So like I said, you know, Budenholzer, he had a clinic up against Miami when he was able to, go ahead and dust them off and you know, put up buckets and make a easy run against Miami. Okay, then he had a somewhat of a challenge when he when they ran into Atlanta. Okay, and then of course he had to go ahead and face the juggernaut Brooklyn team. Okay, well it was Brooklyn and then Atlanta. I'm sorry, it was Brooklyn and then Atlanta. Listen, listen. Budenholzer man has gotten away with a lot of stuff. He can't do that in a series like this. He can't. He can't. Absolutely can't. There's nobody more greater at making adjustments than Monty Williams. I said it before. He was my nomination for Coach of the Year, one of them, and he's proving that right now. Sometimes it's not, you quietly got to get things done, and then you make your presence felt. So whether he wins Coaching of the Year, whether he wins Coach of the Year or not, we really know who the Coach of the Year was. Whether CP3 won MVP or not, we really know who the MVP was. So I want y'all to like this video, share it, subscribe. Also hit the notifications too. Make sure y'all hit the comment section too. Tell me what y'all think. Again, this is Polo Sports Talking ENT and also Polo Sports News Plus. Till then, man, y'all be safe and I'll holler at y'all.